Xbox bolstered the value of their Game Pass program in a major way yesterday by incorporating the iconic franchises of Bethesda. Is now the perfect time to bring Game Pass to Nintendo Switch? It's been rumored before, but now it's more relevant than ever, so we gotta discuss. Plus, Nintendo sales are going crazy. They went absolutely ham in February, led by Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. You're not gonna believe the numbers. And I brought back the poll. I didn't forget. Hallelujah! Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. Hope you guys are doing amazing. It's Friday, okay? I hope everyone is ready for a good weekend, a relaxing weekend. Get a lot of sleep, have a lot of fun, chill out, play some video games, and stay tuned to the channel. We got a lot of good stuff coming up. What's going on already? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Subscribe if you haven't. I'd love to have you aboard. You are my only friends. And, well, shout out to Gabe. Shout out, I got one good friend. Yeah, that's all you really need in this life. And Nintendo, for a while, they had one good friend with Microsoft. In fact, their partnership was so interesting, and it's brought some really awesome games to the eShop. Could they be getting a little bit more involved? First, though, Nintendo, they dominated February. The NPDs are out, and they absolutely crushed it, okay? If you guys want to crush the like button, that would mean a lot to me. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about all of this. And most important question of the day, would you pay for Game Pass on a Nintendo Switch? You gotta decide. Is it worth it? Let me know. Okay, back to the sales though. They did really well. Number one selling console in terms of units and in terms of dollars. They have now passed the Game Boy Advance in units sold. They have now passed the DS in dollars sold, and they are encroaching on the Wii. They're gonna get there. Okay, 81 some million consoles sold. Past GBA. Wii sits there about 22 mil away. They could reach it in 2021. They really could. And almost more impressive is that Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, it was the big kahuna of February. Now, Nintendo doesn't even report their digital sales, where we have to imagine a lot of people probably picked up Mario 3D World, but even without that, just strictly boxed copies, it was number one. A single platform exclusive, a port, an old game, but they brought the brouhaha with Bowser's Fury and that phenomenal 3-hour campaign. One of the best things I've played in recent memory. It was awesome, well-deserved, great job on the number one spot. I've got a tiny mug today. I also have gummy bears. Some of my favorite snacks. They're not great for you, but they are organic. They are all natural, and I wonder what a gummy bear in tea will taste like. We're gonna find out in about 2 minutes, 45 seconds, but in the meantime, Game Pass. Okay, y'all know that is Xbox's program where you pay a monthly fee and you get access to a bunch of their titles. And they have basically leveraged their entire success on this program. Now, how does that tie to Nintendo and why is it relevant? Well, back in 2019, there was a big rumor that Microsoft was gonna start bringing their titles and Game Pass to the Switch. Now, half of that happened, and thank goodness. Cuphead, Ori 2, Minecraft. We got some really good games from the Xbox side of things over on the Nintendo Switch, and we had that great moment where Sony, Microsoft, Reggie, they all shaking hands at the Game Awards. It was like unification, beautification, purification, amazing. We loved it, but Game Pass has now soldiered on, and it has been the source of many conversations if Microsoft would want to expand to the Nintendo audience. Less of a direct competitor than Sony and the PlayStation. Nintendo Online is historically lackluster. Could there be a mutually beneficial partnership on the online front? And the reason this is coming up right now and why I want to know if you guys would pay for it is twofold. One, Microsoft just added Bethesda's library to Game Pass. Okay, so now we're talking Dishonored, Prey, Doom, Elder Scrolls, Fallout. All these games are now a part of Microsoft's first-party library, basically, right? Microsoft Game Studios now incorporates all of those familiar franchises. Why is that important? Because if Microsoft was ever going to bring Game Pass to Nintendo Switch, it would probably be difficult to get all the different companies and all the different games and all the different licenses on board. But if it was just Microsoft Game Studios, like a special, unique plan package just for Nintendo Switch, that could work. And now that library has expanded well beyond Forza, Halo, and Gears. They now have a bunch more games. The other reason is Nintendo is rumored to be doing something major with Nintendo Switch Online. They're supposed to be revamping the service, adding new, and we always assume that's going to be on the virtual console side of things. Like they're going to add Game Boy, they're going to add it in 64, and I really feel like they will at some point soon. But what if they wanted to make a bigger splash? We do know that Nintendo is supposed to divulge details soon, and Microsoft says they have a Game Pass focused event towards the end of the month. Could there be alignment? Now, back in 2020, Phil Spencer in July said, no, we don't want to bring Xbox to other platforms. We couldn't deliver the full Xbox experience, and so it's a no-go. And he's probably right. You couldn't deliver the full Xbox experience on a Switch, but then you have to think the Switch Pro, that would have a lot more oomph to work with. And then in October of 2020, just a few months ago, Phil Spencer said he'd be open to discussions of bringing Game Pass to another platform like Nintendo Switch. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. But the crux of this discussion becomes, how much would it be worth? Because you have to remember that Nintendo Switch Online, despite its shortcomings, despite its very eclectic, haphazard release of its nostalgic titles, it is cheap, dirt cheap, $20 for the year. And if you go family plan style, hook up with your friends or your relatives, you can get this for like $6, $7 a year. Microsoft Game Pass is an amazing value, but it's $10 a month. So that is $120 a year. So now we're talking about something that is 6 times the cost of the entire Nintendo Switch Online. So if they were to work together, how would they incorporate it? You know, there's a lot of talk about how would they do on the tech side, although we have seen a lot of Bethesda games work, and this is another reason that this is, in theory, possible. Because Bethesda, Doom is on Switch, Wolfenstein is on Switch, Elder Scrolls is on Switch. It's not out of the realm of possibility to expect all those other titles. Microsoft also has their Project xCloud, which is a cloud-based service that would help them get pretty much anything onto the Switch. I mean, they can put it on an iPhone, they can put it on a Switch, and you have to wonder, is Microsoft tantalized by the prospects of a nice Switch with an OLED screen, 7 inches, no bezel, better chip inside? Could be interesting. But how do you price it appropriately? Because $10 gets you everything Game Pass has to offer. And if we were to dilute that down to just Microsoft Game Studios, what are you paying, $5 a month? Would you pay $5 a month to have access to Halo, Gears, Forza, Fallout, Elder Scrolls, Doom, Prey, Wolfenstein, Dishonored, Starfield on Nintendo Switch? It sounds bananas, right? But I think it would be totally worth it, because at $5 a month, right, now you're talking $60 a year. So the price of one game, you get access to a limited but really cool library. And being able to play a lot of those games on the go would be amazing. So long as they worked well, and I guess they could achieve it in the same way Bethesda did with its ports, or they could achieve it via Project xCloud. I'd be interested. I would pay $5 a month so that I could play Fallout, I could play Starfield. I mean, that would be miraculous. Most likely, Microsoft wants to make sure Game Pass stays consistent and maintains value. So I would imagine that they, like Spencer said back in July, wouldn't want to do this unless they could really do it. But then why did he change his tune in October? Why is he open to discussions of bringing it to Nintendo Switch? Are they cooking something very cool here? A special customized version of Game Pass. Now, a lot of you naysayers are probably saying, no, that's the reason Xbox is successful, but it's clear, guys and girls, Microsoft doesn't really care about selling consoles. I mean, they do to an extent, but they are so much more concerned with becoming the Netflix for gamers. They're so much more concerned with acquiring options for Game Pass, making the value incredible, and spreading it as far and wide as they possibly can. And right now that exists with Xbox, and that exists with PC, and it kind of exists with phones and Android tablets via Project xCloud, and eventually it might push beyond. If their goal is just to amass subscribers, amass an audience, and maybe convince you to upgrade to Game Pass Ultimate and play them on your PC as well as your Switch, or play them on your phone as well as your Switch, or play them on your Xbox as well as your Switch. Introducing you to the ecosystem is important. They just have to come up with a customized plan, because I don't think people that are wanting to pay $20 for Switch Online would all of a sudden want to pay 6 times that for a Game Pass. So they would just have to figure out an interesting pricing structure to make it appealing to Switch fans. Now, I also hope that Nintendo Switch Online does some other new stuff like themes, finally. Please, themes. And I'll have you covered as soon as any news drops. It really does feel inevitable, though, that Nintendo will be making some upgrades and updates. They haven't touched NSO for a while, and we'll have to wait and see if Microsoft has any part of it at any point. It would be kind of a cool thing, and it would continue just the spread of their services, which is their ultimate goal. But let me know in the comments down below if you'd pay for it, if you'd be excited by it, or if you think it's totally stupid and totally worthless and never gonna happen. I wanna know what you think. Big Switch poll number 37. It has returned. I did not forget. Well, I almost forgot. It was like 11:50 before I posted this. I'm so sorry. I'll try to get them up earlier. My brain's in a million places. Do you own Animal Crossing New Horizons? That was the question of the day. A simple one, but something I thought would be interesting. Could kind of get to know the audience better and see where y'all are coming from. 80% said they own Animal Crossing. I'm one of them. 20% said no. And honestly, I thought it'd be a little higher. I thought it'd be like 92, 93% owned Animal Crossing just based on the content I put out. But the good news here is still do some Animal Crossing stuff, and we do a lot of other stuff as well. So we're incorporating more games that appeal to this entire 100%. Monster Hunter Rise is something I think you guys should really pay attention to, and I'm going to be bringing you a lot of coverage in the coming weeks. Plus, new Pokemon Snap. Of course, there's going to be a lot of Zelda loveliness, and whatever ends up happening with the Switch Pro or the Switch Revision, I got you covered. So this is interesting. 80% Animal Crossing players, 100% part of the family. I love you guys a lot. Have a great rest of your day. So enjoy your weekend. I'll see you back Monday morning with another GMM. Until that time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy out there, and remember, if life gets you down, if you feel crummy, if things suck and aren't going your way, try to refocus, breathe. You got one life to live. Nobody's gonna do it for you. You might as well enjoy it. Get outside, breathe in some fresh air, smile at the wonderful nature around you, and make the most of your days. They could be gone, and that would suck even more than what's going on right now. So I love you guys a lot. Enjoy yourselves. Till next time, SwitchForce out.